what is the essence of all that scriptures, all that other Swamis are speaking, all that we are also speaking? The whole essence of every single scripture that might come in future also can be summarized, condensed into the last shloka of the Bhagavad Gita. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja aham tva sarvapapebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. And this was the shloka so beautifully developed by Ramanujacharya. It is called Prapatti Marga, and the entire Sharanagati sadhana has been summarized into only one shloka, into 6 steps. Anukulasya sankalpaha pratikulasya varjanam rakshishyasi iti vishvasaha goptritva varanam atmanikshepaha karpanye iti shadvidha sharanagati. This is the message of Sri Ramakrishna. Very briefly, what does this shloka mean? Anukulasya sankalpaha. Whatever is approved by God, with whatever action, whether it is thought, speech or action, approved and gets the pleasure, prasannata of Bhagavan, that is called anukula, by which action God will be favorable to us. Only that action I will do. Sankalpa, anukulasya sankalpaha. And contrariwise, conversely, pratikulasya varjanam. Whatever displeases the Lord, I will never even think about it. If we go through these 2 steps, the mind will attain a higher state where it can understand rakshishyasi iti vishvasaha. Only God can help me, God can save me, and nothing else. No panditya, no karma yoga, no bhakti yoga, no raja yoga, no jnana yoga, no Hinduism, no Christianity, no Islam, no Buddhism. Nothing will help us. These are all bhuktaye natu muktaye, for the intellectual severing of intellectual people, and they won't come into any practical use. Only God can save. Rakshishyasiti vishvasaha. Only when that immovable, unshakable faith comes, then comes the 4th step, goptritva varanam. I choose God. When I choose God, God will bestow His grace upon me. But all these steps are also the grace of God only. So I choose God. God alone is in my bucket list. Nobody else, no object, nothing. Only God. And once I choose God, an automatic process takes place. Atmanikshepaha. I transfer everything of my burden, myself, and what belongs to me, to God. This is called nyasa. Nyasa is that process by which we transfer our ownership to God. So sannyasa, samyak rupena nyasaha. Whatever I am or I have is completely transferred to God. This is called Atma Nikshepaha. And God accepts it. This is called the power of attorney. That's what Ramakrishna had given to Girish Chandra Ghosh. And he will also give to all of us. He is waiting. But we have to say, oh Lord, I want to surrender myself to you. Sincerely, if we say once, Sri Ramakrishna, in the incarnation as Sri Rama, accepted Vibhishana Sharanagati, and he made a statement. Even once if a person says, "O Lord, I belong to you, I am yours," thereafter, however much we try to wriggle out of that God's hand, He will not let us go. That's why Parashara Bhatta interprets Achyuta, the word Achyuta. Once I give my hand to God, thereafter He will not allow me to slip myself away from Him. Chuta means to slip away. Achyuta means He will not allow. So once we do this Atmanikshepa, and it is God's responsibility to take care of us, and all these 5 steps are possible only by the grace of God, and to live with that knowledge is called Karpanya, the greatest humility. It is your grace that made me humble, that made me surrender myself to you. This view was beautifully illustrated through the incident of Girish Chandra Ghosh could not offer self-surrendership to Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna had to open his mouth and say, "Give me your power of attorney." And then Girish Chandra Ghosh was given the grace to say yes. Thereafter, even though that self-surrendership was not complete, Sri Ramakrishna corrected him until Girish Chandra Ghosh could understand, surrender, and thereafterwards live in great humility. But humility is not inferiority complex. It is the greatest Atma Shakti. For that, I'll just give an illustration from the life of Girish Chandra Ghosh. He was not a superstitious person. He never used to go for bathing in the Ganga when he was young, but in his old age, he started suddenly going and taking bath in the Ganges. And somebody made fun. "Girish Babu, now you have become old, sentimental, superstitious. You never used to go into the Ganges, but now you are going and taking." He said, "You idiot, you are brainless fellow. You don't understand why I am taking bath in the Ganges. Every day, millions of people take bath in the Ganges, and the Mother Ganga absorbs all their papa, and she suffers. This body has been purified, made pure by the touch of Sri Ramakrishna. When I take bath in the Ganges, Mother Ganges becomes pure because of me, through me, because of Sri Ramakrishna. This is the reason why I take bath, not for my benefit." And that is the truth, that is the grace of Sri Ramakrishna. So, this is the only advice. All Shastras point out to this. Vibhishana Sharanagati, Sarvadharman Parityajya, Tasmat Tvameva Sharanam Mama Dina Bandho, Sharanagata Dinartha Paritrana Parayane, Sarvasya Arti Hare Devi, Narayani Namostute. If we have been able to understand, every sadhana ends with complete Sharanagati, then you have understood all the essence of all the scriptures, of all religions of the entire world.